Hi, ho ho ho, and welcome to my show, Cooking with Curlee. Hi everybody. Today we're going to cook, remember we're on session number 2 of 4, and today we're going to cook mashed potatoes. Not just any old mashed potatoes, but the best mashed potatoes in the whole wide world. Merry mashed potatoes for the holidays. Alright, so let's get started. First we're going to have the items right here, and of course we have to start out with potatoes. And we're going to start out with the Yukon Gold potato and the red potato, 1 pound of each. Then after we peel, and I'm going to show you a video on peeling, and then we're going to add a little bit, after we strain it, some salt, kosher salt, and some unsalted butter. Okay, so we're bringing in the salt with the kosher salt, but we're going to mix the mashed potatoes with unsalted butter. Then on the side we're going to be cooking up some whole milk and some whipping cream, along with some fresh garlic. Now this fresh garlic is an amount of 8 cloves, but you can also do 2.5 tablespoons is about efficient, okay? And then after that, after we mash it up, we're going to add that cream, right? Of these 3 things, we simmer it up a little bit, and then it's pretty simple. We're going to top it with a little bit of pepper, and then we can add our choices. I kind of like the loaded option. Maybe put them on the side. We'll talk about that later, and I'll show you a little trick on how to easily melt that cheese a little quicker. Okay? All right. So we're going to get started over on the mashed potatoes. So I was showing this video earlier, and then all of a sudden my microphone fell, and it went right into the pepper. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And it was all over the place. Usually I would just roll with it like it's no big deal, but I couldn't figure that one out. So we're going to have our mashed potatoes. Maybe I'll throw in a clip of it. I am doing a slow motion thing. That's kind of cool. I'm going to try doing that. Okay? And then we've got our pan here. So these are the mashed potatoes. Now, I'm doing this a little bit different than I usually do. So I'm going to warm them up, and plus I had that pepper accent. So now they've been sitting here a little bit, but we'll be okay, I think, right? And then we're going to do our cream. So we're going to add our cream up here and start warming that up a little bit, okay? And the cream is going to be, we talked about it, the half and half, or I said that again, the whipping cream. And then the whole milk, right? So that just gives it a richness right away. And then the garlic, okay? That's fresh garlic or roasted garlic. You can, I do like it roasted, but everybody likes it a little bit different, okay? All right. So then we're going to add that. We're just going to warm that up a little bit nicely for the mashed potatoes, and then we're warming up the mashed potatoes right here. So, how's everybody's day? I hope you had a great day. Today's actually Sunday. Well, I'm going to get right back to you while this is warming up. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you a video. It's a slow motion video, my first time doing a slow motion video. It's a little long, but it's how to peel the potatoes, okay? And then we'll get right back to it, all right? Remember, this show is, this particular segment of the peel the potato, is sponsored by Peace. Yeah, so please be supportive. They're supportive of me, and I hope that you'll be supportive of them too, okay? So hang in there. I'll be right back after the video. Hey, welcome back. How'd you like the video? My first slow motion video, right? All right, so I've got the the cream, the garlic, and the whole milk kind of simmering here. I'm doing pretty good there. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And we've got our potatoes working here too, right? So what I've already done is pretty much taken the, oh, they're looking good, right? So what I've done is I've taken the potatoes and kind of finished them off already, but I steamed them just a little extra. So I did that right there. Now I'm going to put it on here. See how you hear that water a little bit? Just going to dry them out if there's anything underneath there a little bit, right? And I'm trying a new process here. It's called using a sieve. And I've never used a sieve, but I brought a backup. Old buddy here. He's in bad shape, but he'll do the trick, just a typical masher, right? But I've never used a sieve. Sieve. Yeah, it sounds like something that, like I should be in a castle or something. Excuse me, could you pass me the sieve? Anyways, so we're going to go through here like this a little bit, and we're going to add a little bit of the butter, okay, as well, just to soften it up a little bit, okay? Now, I don't know if I can get through this sieve. That seems to be kind of working. But I think that this is going to be the creamiest way to do this. So I'm going to keep trying here. It's a lot of work, it seems like, though. Anyways, yeah. So how's everybody doing? Everybody's getting for the holidays. We've got 2 more sessions left, and then Christmas holidays coming, right? That's always can be stressful. And then just especially everything that's going on, and just being this time of the year. But we'll all survive through it, right? But it gets tough. But just stay strong and look at the things around you. You know, just tell yourself, hey, I got great friends. I've got a great family. And if you don't, you got to look at it that way, because it is, right? It's the only one you got. Just like how special you are. Yeah, there's nobody else like you in the whole world. But believe me, I got to work at that sometimes, because I just get beat. I just feel tired and exhausted with all this coronavirus stuff, you know? Especially the way we act to each other. We act kind of, I don't know, like we're kind of mad at each other sometimes, but nobody talks about it either. But I think the best thing to do is to think about peace, right? Yeah. Peace is just, well, how do we get to that? What would be a good answer? I would think, I'm adding that cold butter now, okay? Oh, I'm going to bring out the fork. We'll put out some cold butter. And that's kind of nice because it melts in while it's getting creamy, okay? And then we're going to add a little bit of that salt, which is what? We said 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, right? Okay. Salt is always good on potatoes. Okay. I'm going to keep mixing that up a little bit. And then once we get that mixed up pretty good, we're going to use the sieve again. Anyways, back to that peace thing. Yeah, the answer is love, I think. I think that's the only way. Yeah, I'm going to take this here now, see? And I'm going to take a different sieve. Excuse me, the sieve. And I'm going to add the cream and the garlic. Okay, see all that there? Get all that garlic out. Make it kind of put the flavor in there, but not so chunky, because you want it kind of creamy, right? I'm going to put this aside right here. Then I'm going to add this a little bit. I'm going to add it kind of slowly, but I'm just going to add it in portions. Okay? But I bet if every one of us always just focused on love every single day, the world would be a better place. But I think it's easy for all of us to say, well, I do. I hope that you do. I try. But the main thing is, what about the people that you think sometimes you don't love? How do we love them? Is love something that is conditional or, divided? I don't think so. And certainly I can't get to peace without, on one side, maybe within some of those people. All right, this is our mashed potatoes. Did pretty good there, right? added the cream. We're going to add a little bit more. See how creamy it's getting? Yeah. I'm going to add just a little bit more, and we'll be done. But what I like to do, after I make these all mashed up, right, then you got to decorate it a little bit. Sorry for all this noise. It's getting pretty creamy now, right? You know, I was going to use a friend of mine. She actually got me a little blender because she felt sorry for me on my last blender. And I was going to use that for this. And then someone said, you should use a sieve. I don't know. I probably just shouldn't use a blender at all, but I promise you the best mashed potatoes in the world, right? The Mary mashed potatoes. All right, so I think we're done. And add a little bit more cream. I'm going to mix this up a little bit, but I'm going to take a different approach. Woo! Ow! I use a fork. Okay, and we'll just kind of whip them up a little bit, mix them around, but see how it's nice and creamy? And I like both potatoes in there, right? Yeah. Sometimes I don't mind leaving a little bit of skin on the red potato. I like the taste of that as well. Okay, we're almost done. So we got a little bit of chunkiness here. I would have liked to have whipped it up a little bit better. Yeah, I like it chunky too. Yeah, totally. All right, so then I'm going to do that. That's our mashed potatoes. I'm going to clean the rim a little bit. Okay, let me see if I got a different bowl here. That's one of them. I'm going to put it in here though, okay? So, yeah, I got a glass of tea over here and I almost hit it. So earlier I was doing this mashed potato thing. Earlier I was showing you the ingredients and my microphone fell in it. It was so embarrassing. It was funny though, I guess. But it was a bummer because I'm trying to get it done today. Today's Sunday, yeah. I really work hard at these things. I'm trying to make progress, but they're really hard. They're a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of commitment. All right. So, mashed potatoes. Check it out. For the holidays, right? But what I like to do then is add a little bit of butter. But first, I like a little bit of cracked pepper or just a really coarse pepper, right? And this is where it all comes alive. And then some chunks of butter. Okay. And I like to add a little bit of cheese. Yeah. And then before you serve it, what you can do is you can put a little plastic wrap over it. Just for a little bit and let that cheese and that butter melt. I would do that, but we wouldn't have time, right? And then I actually like sour cream right in the middle. This is a Midwesterner thing, I think, for sure. But it's really good. Totally. Yeah. I don't like a lot of bacon because you got your main entree, but I think a little bit of bacon is fun. The bacon, for a lot of reasons, I would probably put it on the side. But if you asked, then I'd put it on top because it'll just add to just everybody going, wow, right? It has a little color. It makes it more festive. Yeah, for sure. All right, and then I'm going to put a little chives. Now there's some greens, right? That looks nice. Wow, that looks so good. All right. That's it. Mary mashed potatoes. Those look delicious. And they're going to go excellent with those carrots. Yeah. So next week we're going to have another option. This one's going to be a little different. I'm going to throw you a curveball, but I feel strong about it. And it's just a recipe to enjoy. And it will complement the 4 courses that we're going to do, okay? It'll allow a little more area for you to use your imagination. So tune in next week, all right? Until then, just remember, amen, 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 amen. Peace to everybody, amen. To my brothers and sisters, amen. Amen, amen, amen. Hey, I kind of look like the elf on the shelf.